Just a few years ago, queuing up for everything was the order of the day. We had to queue in bank to collect our money. Even casual workers were not spared. Collecting their wages after a long day equaled a challenge. But then, a group of people decided to spearhead change by creating a truly indigenous organization with a vision to become a world-class company, challenging itself to do the right thing. That company, InterSwitch, has been at the forefront of creating infrastructure, products, and value-added services that have changed the face of electronic payments in Nigeria within a relatively short time. When the name InterSwitch is mentioned, what comes to mind? Some think we provide ATM cards. Some think we provide ATM machines. Others, POS terminals, internet, and your mobile payments. But who can tell the story of InterSwitch better than the stakeholders?
We had the desire to change the way payment was done in Nigeria, and naturally there were existing players then. Our first port of call was to go to those players to encourage them to do what we had said as an opportunity, but they were not forthcoming, and then we started to go into it. So what did we do? First was to take some key decisions. One was that this system must be built using international best practice that localized to the realities of Nigeria as a country. We also took a view that even though we are starting from Nigeria, our long-term goal should be to externalize whatever successes we've achieved in Nigeria. So the name InterSwitch, for example, the Inter in InterSwitch came from international, interconnect, and interactive.
The genesis of the story was in creating the switch. This is how it works. A few years ago, transferring money from one bank to another was a painstaking and time-consuming process. But by creating the switch, InterSwitch created an online, real-time electronic payment system to support automated customer transactions across several payment channels, automated teller machines, point-of-sale terminals, web, mobile, voice, and kiosks. With such an amazing success story, from the adoption of InterSwitch PayDirect, it's little wonder that over 70% of state governments, over 90% of major telecommunications companies, and numerous organizations in the oil and gas, manufacturing, and educational sector now rely on solutions from InterSwitch to drive the revenue collections and payments as part of their business. Remember the times when we couldn't book flights ahead, simply because there was no way to. But what do we have today? With your debit card, you can book an online ticket weeks ahead and even get a discount for it. Thanks to InterSwitch. And if your digital satellite television subscription suddenly expires in the middle of your favorite game, just go online, make a payment, and the service is restored. You have a variety of options to make payments 24 hours a day. ATM, mobile phone, internet.
Before we had our relationship with InterSwitch, almost 95% of our subscribers were paying their subscriptions at our multi-choice branches, which one means there's a limited number of outlets for them to pay, and also created a lot of backlog and backup in the branches, a lot of people, long queues, which generally was insufficient and wasn't quite adequate for our customer service initiatives. Well, firstly, we've managed to reduce the traffic into our branches. So right now we have about 50% of our subscribers that come through the branches. The rest are either paying at dealers or they're paying through InterSwitch payment solutions such as ATMs, point of sales, internet, etc., etc.
Through the ingenuity of most of its solutions and value-added services, InterSwitch has given Nigerians the opportunity to renew their subscription, pay telephone bills, electricity bills, round the clock, on the ATM, online and merchant locations, via the mobile phones, or even at designated bank branches. InterSwitch, perhaps, is one of the best known technology-intensive Nigerian companies that relies 100% on local talents to run its operations, thereby providing optimum support for its stakeholders: programmers, product developers, engineers, marketing executives, brand managers, strategists, financial experts. Young, vibrant and professional Africans are the brains behind the success of InterSwitch. By now, you must be asking yourself how InterSwitch has become the world-class company that it is today within a relatively short time.
One of the major things we have is we have people that tend to go beyond the call of duty all the time. We have one of the best and brightest people in the country. So I still retain the fact that we have the best and brightest people in the country working in this company.
From the onset, the company invested in skills and technology while adopting proven global methodologies, blending them with the realities of local environment to create what the managing director describes as best local practice.
As at the time InterSwitch started, there were 5 companies ahead of InterSwitch. We're number 6. And I want to believe in the last 8 years, there's been many other companies after InterSwitch. What we have done is that we have grown based on a combination of factors. One, based on our reading of the market, and where the direction of the treatment is going. 2, based on our understanding of the assets that we have and how to use those assets to create value for our customers and other stakeholders. And we have done this very well. And because we have done this very well, we have been rewarded also by the market.
We've had great success with our business relationship with InterSwitch. Since we've started dealing with InterSwitch, we have managed to capture more than 90% of the local banks, which is evident that our strategy worked. Not only is InterSwitch a client of ours and make use of our payment hub or payment platform, but they also would then resell the same solution to the banks interconnecting to the network switch. Well, I think the combination of our software capability and flexibility and InterSwitch's know-how and knowledge of the local market, identifying areas where they can improve in the banking industry that will ultimately drive convenience for the person in the street. That combination worked out very well.
Well, I'm pleased to report that the InterSwitch relationship is going from strength to strength. We've really worked very well together, such that in just over a year ago, InterSwitch was awarded Partner of the Year amongst the Europe, Middle East and Africa Partners Board. And what I like very much about InterSwitch is the attitude to we'll do it in-house first. And what I mean by that is InterSwitch will take a technology, absolutely get to know it inside out, and then when they're very comfortable with it themselves, then they'll take it as a solution to their customers. So the customers are always comforted by the fact that it's been tried and tested long before they've ever seen it.
We didn't want to be dependent on foreign partners to run the business, to support the infrastructure, to provide the technology that we would be using to run our business. So we deliberately went out of our way to learn the best technologies, but we then implemented that using our local knowledge and our local expertise.
There is something about InterSwitch. It is the insight that produces solutions for its clients. InterSwitch always seems to understand the peculiar challenges that businesses face and how best to to tackle them.
Our payment, even though it's online, it's never real time. So the implication is we have to wait 24 hours before we can get notification that the customer has since paid into our account. And so the implication is that we can only do sales for 4 days in any week. And what's more, we run the risk of having all our station dry over the weekend, and that was likely because any payment made on Friday we will never get the notification until Monday. So with InterSwitch, that has actually been corrected. And one of the other problems we tend to have before InterSwitch was the loss of sales as a result of this action, coupled with some absence of clarity around the rules of the dealer, the banks and all, which has vastly improved with.
Prior to InterSwitch coming on board with Freedom Foundation, what we had was people donating in cash or by checks. So what InterSwitch supported Freedom Foundation with was to implement the donate online feature on the Freedom Foundation website. Also, people can donate via the Quick Teller website, which is operated by InterSwitch. While people are shopping or doing other things on the Quick Teller website, they can click on a button, get onto a page where they're able to donate to any of the programs that Freedom Foundation runs, and those are House of Refuge, Genesis House, Bethesda, or the Empowerment Program.
I do not think culture will change that much. What are we known for? We are known for being very passionate about what we do. We are known for creativity and innovation. We are known for focusing on the success of our customers. We are known within ourselves as one of the best places to work. Okay? We are known for being ethical and upright. These things will not change. Okay? So Helios coming on board, Adlebo coming on board, and the other partners that they have, working with them, make an investment in what appears to be an African success story. But in making that investment, we recognize that there's a lot of room for growth, not only within Nigeria, but outside of Nigeria also.
Today, InterSwitch is taking a bold step into the future by making life even simpler for everyone. I invite you to envision efficiency, envision technology, envision change, envision simplicity. Welcome to the new InterSwitch!
Welcome to the new InterSwitch.
Welcome to the new InterSwitch.
Welcome to the new InterSwitch.